So in this video I'm going to explain why we really need to purchase royalty-free 3D models. Royalty-free again is because so that we don't have to pay them every time the ad plays on the video. Royalty-free means that we don't have to pay them for the use of these 3D models. And we really want to have some high quality ones. I've picked out a list of ones which I would like from various libraries across the internet. And so I already know which ones I'm going to purchase. And I really feel passionately that we need these particular models. Why do we need them? We are trying to construct a world that does not exist. It's a futuristic world of Manga-Land, which is a world where comic books exist. And I wanted to have a metropolis. Not a Gotham City, but a metropolis like Superman, which is a very futuristic type of city. And we need to construct it. And how we're going to make that? Well, we can't build all these elaborate sets. And if we make models, they're probably not going to look as impressive. So what we really need to do is we need to incorporate 3D models of futuristic buildings with actual backgrounds around San Antonio. In the parts of the city that have, skyscrapers and so forth. So that's what we're going to do. I've already picked out the ones that I want, and it's really going to look really cool when it's all finalized. I can already see it. What else do we need the 3D models for? There are some background stuff that we need. We need an Earth, 3D model of an Earth. And when you want a really decent 3D model of Earth, you don't really want just a crappy image. You need something really good, something that can rotate, and as it rotates, it doesn't start breaking up or look a little cheesy. We want something good. So I picked out one that I think is really good and will work for our purposes. And the other thing we need is a 3D dragon. Not just any dragon, mind you. It has to be a very particular type of dragon. It has to be an Asian, Chinese type of dragon, because that is what this is themed on. That's the gold dragon, the deity. And he's going to be used in multiple things. If you've ever seen Saint Seiya, you'll know that when they do their special attacks, they incorporate their mythic animal in their attacks. And some of the shots and the special effects is going to be homaging that. So when GKaiser does his sparkling punch, the dragon is right there with him to back him up. And when he does various other cool attacks, like his shining kick, the dragon is there to back him up. When he transforms in his henshin sequence, the dragon is wrapping around him as he's transforming. And, you've seen a lot of these Kamen Rider shows. I'm not a big fan of the henshins in a lot of the Kamen Rider shows. I do not think that they're very good. Even the Power Ranger ones, a lot of them aren't very good either. They're just, in some cases it's nothing more than a lens flare. In some cases they're just wrapping a one-dimensional image that they just walk through. They can do better, and I want to do better. I want something that when you see that, you're like, hell yeah, that was awesome. So we really want a good 3D Chinese dragon. And we can totally get it, we just need to have the money to purchase it. And then we will be, animating it with our 3D Studio Max, Maya, and so forth. It's going to look really cool, believe me. But that explains, why we really need this. Because we want to make something that's impressive. Something that is visually stunning, something that doesn't look cheap. I don't want people to look at this and say, that looks so low budget, and I accept that. I don't want you to have to accept it. I want you to say, hey, that was awesome. And I want to watch this again and again and again. And it's going to look just as awesome the first time, it's going to look as awesome the 5th or 6th or 7th time that you've seen it as it did the first time, which is like Scott Pilgrim. The visual effects in that they're good. There's a lot of films that you watch the first time, you go, oh yeah, that was great. Then you watch them a couple more times and you start to notice the problems. Scott Pilgrim does not have many effects that are like that. They look just as great as they did the first time you saw them. And that's really what the quality that I want to go for. So I hope that explains why we need to purchase some 3D art models.